Hi, this is Anson Garcia, your host on this YouTube channel. I had a customer recently ask me about CUCI Lync. It's been a while since I looked at it, so I thought I'd get in the lab and look at the newest version, which is 9.25. Alrighty, so let's jump right into this. If you're looking for CUCI Lync 8.6 functionality, that is in a prior video on my YouTube channel. So let's take a look at the high-level observations, and then we'll get into a quick demo. 8.6 was very linkish. It was integrated at the bottom of Lync, and it looked good, and it looked easy, and it had an envelope for your voice messages and a dial pad for your calling. Anyway, it was very easy to get around. It followed the Microsoft theme of usability, easeability, in my opinion. It used GPOs for configuration, so for you Microsoft guys who are doing things through Active Directory, you could push down the configuration, obviously through centralized AD management, and you could, Cisco did release an MSI, so you could also deploy using that if you didn't have any additional tools to do that. 9.25. Now, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with this thing. It's upgraded to the new Jabber engine, so that's good news. So all the Movi client stuff that came into Jabber and Jabber for Windows, rather, that elegant use of coding for the codecs and all that other stuff that was Cisco acquired through the Tamberg acquisition. So that's good. Now it's in a separate window, and in a separate window it looks more jabberish than linkish. So to me, users would be confused straight off the bat, and there's not as much integration as there was with the prior version 8.6 CUCI Lync. It uses jabberconfig.xml, so you Cisco guys now probably all have a love or hate, and mostly hate, relationship with jabberconfig.xml. But regardless of that, that's where you configure this client now. And a few thoughts on this. It doesn't seem like Cisco is spending a lot of time developing CUCI Lync, because I would say that, I think it was about a year or so between versions, so Cisco's not like that on things that they care about, let's say. So this is just my opinion. I don't know for sure, but there's not been a lot of maintenance releases and things like that. And that was kind of the hit on CUCI Lync, was the amount of bugginess and little weird things that happen. And I have some things happen in the lab that kind of give me pause. On the other side of that, there are some legitimate uses for a program like this when you need to glue together Cisco and Lync, and I think it fits some customers' deployments and architecture very well. But again, a lot of bad rap on this stuff out there. I have not personally deployed a large CUCI Lync deployment, so I could not give you any advice there. But from a business sense, I think it makes good business sense. The other thing is there's no Cisco Expressway support. So near and dear to my heart is Cisco Expressway. I've been doing a lot with that in the lab lately, figuring out how that works. And there's no service discovery with CUCI Lync. Hence, if you have a Lync deployment and you have Lync Edge and have mobile users and things like that, or road warriors, I should say, there's not this service discovery, and it doesn't support Expressway today. And I haven't heard anything, and I googled it to see if Cisco was going to support it, and I didn't see anything. So this is within the enterprise only. If you have Lync Edge and your users roam inside and outside the network or your enterprise, you're going to have problems, because the CUCI Lync is not going to work, and it's going to come up and get errors, and users aren't going to like that. regardless if they're going to use their voice video when they're outside the enterprise. It's just going to make for bad juju when users start seeing things crash and not come up properly and things like that. Okay, so let's take a look at these. Take a look at a demo here. So we're going to do some calls with 8.6 9.2. We're going to check some voice messages with 8.6 and 9.2, and then we'll look at conversation history in 8.6 and 9.2. And of course, I'm talking about CUCI Lync 8.6 9.2. All this, my lab right now is running Lync 2010, so that's what you'll see. I'll give you a 2013 Lync demo, maybe if I remember at the end of this, and you'll see how things relate to that as well. Okay, let's put that away, and I want you to see these things fire up. So we have Bill Turner over here. He is going to be running Lync 2010 client with 8.6 of CUCI Lync, and we have Davy Jones over here that's going to be running Lync 2010 client with 9.25 CUCI Lync. So let's take a look. I want you to see how it fires up, what it looks like when it comes up. Alright, Lync client is up. You can see something going on down here. This is the Cisco stuff right here. So this is your audio video stuff connecting up to the Cisco Call Manager and Unity and things like that. Now, one thing I had discovered here is with a SIP phone, all of a sudden my phone control stopped working. So I don't know if that's a bug or what. Again, could, you know, these kind of things give me pause and lend themselves to other folks on the internet that have talked about CUCI Lync to be careful. And I would suggest always doing a proof of concept and making sure that the customer environment is going to suit this type of application and everything's going to work okay. Anyway, so as soon as I went to SIP on this particular phone, it stopped working, stopped doing remote call control. So I can click that and go into soft phone mode with no problem. And I'll do that. Okay, so let's look at 9.25. Let's look at the new stuff. Let's see what that looks like. You can see Lync comes up right away, and then we get this separate box. Looks like Jabber to me, except missing a couple of icons here. Okay, so that's what they look like when they come up. Let's make a call. So let's use 8.6 over here, and if I was a Windows guy, which I am, I immediately want to right mouse click something to see what my options are. And if I right mouse click, I can see that there's place a call, place a video call, start a meeting, as well as send an instant message and things like that. So that's easy enough, and I can place a call there. That works there. I get a kind of a linkish kind of looking thing here. I'll hang that up. And if I'm in a instant message, so maybe I'll double click there for instant message. I'll say hello to Davey here, and then within here I can there's no, you know, call button that's kind of popping out at me like there is on the native client when we have if we have Lync 2010 and Enterprise Voice deployed, and then this is some kind of bug. You push that and it goes away. So I'm not sure if that's coming from the Lync side or Microsoft side or Cisco side. I think it's from the Lync side. So what I have to do here if I want to call, I can either go back over here because I remember right mouse click and I can place a call, or I can hover over here and then I get this options menu over here, and then there's place a call right there, so I can do it right from there as well. Okay, now let's look at 9.25. How would I do that? Well, again, being a Microsoft Windows guy, I want to right mouse click and see what my options are. And lo and behold, hey, I still have the place call there. That's nice, so I can make a call here. Now you can see what comes up is not very Lynkish, it's very Cisco Jabberish. So that's what, if you're deployed Jabber for Windows or know what that looks like, that's the call window that that comes up in Jabber for Windows as well. And again, I got that little error over here. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so we've seen how to call. Let's take a look at voice messages. So how do voice messages look in 8.6? Let me go over here, and I can see my envelope here. I can click on that, brings up a separate window, and I have my DVR button here where I can start streaming that particular voice message. I can call my voicemail. I have a volume slider here, which is nice. What about over here? Let's go back to 9.5, and I don't know, my voice messages are not here. I don't know where they are, but so I need some training here to make sure that I know that my voice messages are over here in this Cisco CUCI Lync window. And then if I had a voice message, I could click on it there and have the same kind of DVR button, and then have be able to do my volume and things like that as well. Okay, so conversation history. Let's go to 8.6 over here. Let's close these things out here. Conversation history. Here's my conversation history, so I can look at that here. There's my calls, right? Now this is a little, it's still intuitive to me. I click down here for conversation history. Here are all my calls, ingoing and outgoing and missed and things like that. So I can see all that. Now my conversations for IMs are right up here. So it would have been nice if Cisco maybe made the icons the same or something like that. That would have been nice. So you can say this is my audio video history, and here's my history for my IMs. Anyway, you can see that there's no history for voice calls. So we just made a couple of voice calls, and we didn't see that history pop up here. And you don't see that history pop up here either, inside Outlook. Okay, so let's do the 9.25. Let's look at the history, conversation history here. There's my conversation history, and then I don't have anything here. Obviously, it's back over here in this window, this Jabber looking window here, and there's my conversations there. Again, in my conversation history inside Outlook, I do not get any calls in here. So everything is within this window here, this CUCI Lync window, this Jabber looking thing. Okay, that's it. And let's see, I was just going to show you, just to compare and contrast. Let's look at a regular Lync 2010 client here. Let's put those guys away, and we did a call. Okay, so you see how it's pretty intuitive when it's all one vendor. It's, you can hover over. I see my call button. I can make a call there. Trinity is offline, I see, and I can't call her. And then of course I can right mouse click, and then I have start call, start video call, and things like that available to me there too. And my conversation history is all there, both phone calls and instant messages. And then obviously inside Outlook, there are going to be phone calls and instant messages as well. Okay, see outgoing call here, and then we see a conversation. So that's how that works. And 2013 client, let's see if I have that up. Very similar, a little bit better interface, but anyway, calls are similar, where you can right mouse click and click call. And then conversation history, there's my conversation history, and that's going to also save to my Outlook as well. Anyway, hopefully this has been helpful, and that's all I got for this video. Thank you.